1, a 2, a 1.
It's time for celebrity theme songs. Writing songs, writing songs.
Come on, we just practiced it. People tune into this show for the consistency of quality that we provide. Let's take it from the top.
All right.
1, a 2, a 1. ADE.
It's time for celebrity theme songs. Writing songs about celebrities. It's time for celebrity theme songs. Writing songs about celebrities.
Dream. Hey.
Pretty. That was 90% right.
Yeah, I gave up at a certain point, but
As you often do.
you know,
But it's beautiful.
When there's two instrumentalists,
You don't need
one
both of
is
them all the
for
time.
backup, right? It's not to play in
most
concert.
bands, you see 3 pieces up there. There's just one person playing.
Holding it down, arrangement.
Yeah.
It's an arrangement tactic. Anyway, Danny liked it.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Danny.
His first time hearing it.
Welcome to Celebrity Theme Song, Danny Jolles.
I'm honored to be here.
It's so
we're
great
honored to have you. If you haven't noticed, people listening, we have a guest.
We have a guest, and also, if you haven't noticed, people listening, 2 of us are fasting today in observance
That's right.
of Yom Kippur.
That's right. I'm a little grumpy.
So funny that it's called Yum.
Yeah, well, it's, that's what happens when you translate.
That's crazy.
It doesn't always.
Yum Kippur.
Yum
You'd think more like, so hungry Kippur.
Let me tell you something. That joke gets made the first time you do it, and then by your third
By
year,
your bar mitzvah, you're like, I'm over the
Well,
Yom
like
Kippur.
Yom
Black
Kippur, you're
Kippur,
like,
am I
just
right?
shut up, leave me alone.
You guys used to fast when you were kids?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my mom wouldn't let me fast when I was a kid.
You're a growing boy.
Well, she was like, he's underweight. He cannot fast.
He couldn't spend one
Is
day.
a fair concern for you, but for me that was never a concern.
Okay.
So we definitely loved the fast. I always fasted, and then I got super, and then I can play the shofar.
Oh, nice. Did you bring one?
I didn't bring it with me.
Oh,
I didn't
well,
know
what
it was
the
supposed to,
hell
but
is
I
a
do have it
shofar?
in my room. But
It's
I
a
can,
ram's horn.
It's a ram's horn that you blow.
Hell yeah.
Mostly for Rosh Hashanah, but also for Yom Kippur, you will play it sometimes. But you do a little, yeah, and I have one. I used to
like
play
a
it.
whole
I used to play
series.
it
You'd
at
be
my
great at it.
synagogue.
I like that impression of a shofar.
Tequila.
Yeah, it's way more annoying than what you're doing. You're doing it so adorably.
Yeah, I'm real cute.
You
real,
are.
real cute shofar boy.
Oh man, I love this.
But I learned it really early. So yeah, I was really into Judaism as a kid.
Really?
I was super into Judaism as a kid, and thought for a while I was like, I think this might be my thing.
Wow.
Wow.
That was me over the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's Hughie's
Still is
recently
Hughie.
really Jewish.
Yes.
It'll catch
Really
you.
Jewish.
You'll
Yes.
get the bug.
Yeah,
All of a sudden,
yeah,
you're
I caught it. I'm
Yeah,
figuring it out.
You know, my fiance, I think partially to just be my fiance is not Jewish, and to appease
mother's
my mother.
so upset.
She was at
No,
first,
she's
but
fine.
no, we're all good.
She's
She was
fine.
never upset about it. She
She
just
loves
like
Jasper.
yes.
Just a little bit Jewish guilt-inducing disappointed.
Yes.
I think it's bonus points. I think that it's a lot of bonus points. Like my fiance is Jewish,
Right.
And my mom,
Nice.
when I started dating her, she was like, "I love her." And I was like, "You haven't met her," and she's like, "But I just love her."
Exactly. So to sort of try to get bonus points for her, she offered to convert.
Oh.
And my mom said yes.
She offered to your mom, and your mom said yes.
My
That's
mom
adorable.
said yes, and now I, for some reason, have to take conversion classes with my fiance.
That's nice, bro.
Yeah,
That's
make
good
it a
thing to do
couples
together.
thing.
Yeah, make it a
You know,
couples thing.
Brutal.
a lot of marriages, especially in the Christian religion, require you to go through a whole course of basically pre-marriage therapy with the church.
Wow.
And it's a little bit a last chance indoctrination to be like, you need to be a part of the church. The church is going to help you. You're going to have kids. This church is going to help raise your kids. You really should be a part of this church to give us your money.
Well,
I mean, that's what
That is basically
religions are a business.
Yeah.
Let's
is.
be clear.
my mom actually married a non-Jew before she met my dad, and obviously, and he had to re-circumcise himself.
No
Himself?
way, bro.
Not himself.
No
I'm
way.
sorry.
Oh,
Not
no,
himself.
no,
The
no.
rabbi.
Doesn't
I
matter
never break
any
no.
part of this. What does that mean?
So he had to
No.
poke his dick
No, bro.
with a needle to draw blood.
That's
in
not
front
a
of a rabbi.
recircumcision. But also, I just want to say, because sometimes what happens is we hear stories like this, and then people go off and they
Hughie.
extrapolate these crazy
Hughie.
ideas.
Hughie, he had to poke his dick with a needle and bleed.
You wouldn't poke your dick for God?
Look on Danny's face.
It's just so obviously he didn't. That's not a real church. or synagogue.
Yeah, like who was this rabbi?
So it was
Rabbi
Jewish
jerking
people
off
that
in
made
the
him do
corner?
that?
Yeah.
No,
It was-
100% you went to
Really?
a fake synagogue.
No.
There is no
No.
chance you were supposed
No.
to poke your dick to get back into the synagogue.
No, bro.
0% chance.
This is what my mom has always told
No,
me.
listen, if you're listening to this, it's propaganda. It's not
This is
it's
propaganda.
Jew-hatred
This is
not a
propaganda.
part of
talking
Judaism.
about.
That is not a part of
story
Judaism.
that I'm telling. It's
Well,
not. I'm
it's
Jewish.
so great to be here at Celebrity Theme Song, the podcast where we discuss obscure Jewish stories and decide if they're true or not. But really, we're actually here to talk about a celebrity and write a theme song for them. But we do have a special guest. And just so our listeners get caught up, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, my own intro?
Yeah.
Please.
Well, my name is Danny. I am a comedian, an actor, some would say.
I would say
I would say sometimes. So I guess, I was on...
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend,
Crazy
a
Ex-Girlfriend.
musical television show.
musical
Now here you are on
television
a
show.
musical podcast. Look at the moves you're making.
I hung on for dear life on that show, so we'll see how I do here. Barely was able to keep up. We'll see how I do.
He's got a phenomenal comedy special that we can watch for free on
That's
YouTube.
my biggest one. I have a comedy special on YouTube called 6 Parts. That'd mean the world if you watched.
Please
That's
do.
cool.
Yeah, 6 parts. I'm very, very, very proud of it. And I do stand up all around. You can come follow me at Danny Jolles, and that's who I am. I'm Danny Jolles.
Wonderful.
Sick.
That was
Well,
great. That was a great introduction, self-introduction with a little help from everybody's friend. Alex Lewis is doing an intro.
I did it for Danny.
I really wasn't ready for that.
No,
No, me neither.
But I, you know what? I like the energy of it.
I got scared.
I like the energy.
I get
I
it.
also got a little scared. I thought I was supposed to know something. I'm like, fuck, what did I forget? What's this segment called?
I thought I was
But there's a
some-
musical segment right now? Am I so lost?
Danny, what celebrity have you brought for us to make a theme song for?
Oh, this celebrity is my absolute favorite celebrity to talk about on any podcast because he's the best, and everybody shits on this man constantly, and he's my favorite person to defend. It is the incredible M. Night Shyamalan.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Absolutely love him.
Okay, so a lot I'm just for those at home like me who haven't heard maybe some of the criticisms that M. Night Shyamalan has received. What are we talking about? Just that his movies are sometimes
Bad.
disappointing.
Bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're bad.
Sometimes they're bad.
they have they're good and then have bad endings.
That's what I would say that sounds like.
Okay. Yeah.
But I agree. I think he has a harder critique than maybe he deserves. Because I think there are good things that he does.
He has become a spirit animal for me of like the best in Hollywood.
Really?
He is like that much of a, yes, I love him. I think he is the absolute best. And I will tell you why. This town, if anybody here knows baseball, this town is built on contact swings.
No, that is
Hell yeah.
completely lost to me.
I love it.
This town is built on just make contact. We make a TV show. Let's cast a bunch of people that are mediocre, but everybody kind of knows. Let's make a pilot that is just interesting enough to hold everyone's attention and then have nowhere to go. Let's make the safest choices we can. That is how TV is made. That is how movies are made. There's 500 sequels, 500 things. Those are all contact swings.
Yeah.
We're just trying to make contact with a ball. We're just trying to make something safe that everybody leaves and they go, hey, they made the movie. They made the TV show.
Anything getting made is honestly unbelievable.
It's a miracle.
And so it's so
a
much easier
miracle.
if you walk in the room and you go, and I've done it. I've done pitches where I go, hey, my name is Danny, but this is a famous person to my right, and this is a famous producer to my left, and they both really have no clue what I'm talking about here. And then I pitch an idea, and that idea has been stripped down from its initial idea to something much more safe and much more understandable, and then it almost gets made or it gets made. And that's like how that's how this town is made.
Yeah.
And then there's M. Night Shyamalan. A man who swings for the fences every fucking time.
Oh, that's a great lyric.
Does it work? Not every time. But has he ever made a movie where you left and were like, wow, he went for it? I mean, it's whether it works and it's the dead people, which is like probably his best, but then it's like, did it also trees murdering people? Was that also not a hell of a swing to take? Was it not exciting to follow? I love that he only does originals. They're all exciting. They're all different. He only swings for the fences and he either strikes out or he hits a home run. But God damn it, the man swings that bad hard.
The only problem with this podcast is when someone comes in and I don't know any of the references they're talking about.
How is
You
it
don't watch
possible?
baseball?
I missed the baseball one, and I don't know what M. Night Shyamalan movies how many I've really seen.
Have you seen
Okay.
The Sixth Sense?
I saw The Sixth Sense.
Have you
I
seen-
got that reference.
I see dead people.
I got that. With the trees are lost on me.
So The Happening is one of his worst movies.
Okay.
What's that one? He did like a Stephen King one too, right? The Fog, was that him? The Mist?
I don't think so.
Oh, there is one called The Mist. I don't think he did.
But I think he just produced. There's some he'll produce, but when
Okay.
he directs and writes, it's phenomenal. But he was so Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs.
You didn't see Unbreakable?
No.
You would fucking love Unbreakable.
These are all phenomenal movies. These are
They're fun.
sensational.
They're crazy. And then there's like Split, which was a big
Split is
success.
I
phenomenal.
loved Split.
Glass,
Split
which
is-
for the most part was good. I
Glass
think.
is
Oh,
unbelievable
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Glass
I didn't
is
like Glass.
Glass. He takes 3 characters who he created himself and then made a movie like a Marvel Avengers of them
Yeah.
all coming together of his own characters.
That's why I think, like, for the most part, I think it's really good. Like, I don't think it was the best movie ever, but I was impressed at what
He made his
did.
own Marvel
Yeah.
universe.
That's pretty dope.
I thought Split was really good.
I hate
love
to see this.
Oh, this is
I
great.
got.
boy.
just
I,
hate to
I
see
went
this.
to take off my headphones
just-
Why?
to pull my hair back, but my headphones are stuck. My hair is stuck in there.
Oh, there you go.
Nicely
Wow,
done.
that was-
That's
Your
amazing.
hair is out of control.
It's insane, bro.
Was it like this pre-pandemic?
No. I had a
is-
big beard and shaved sides, and now I'm just letting it rock.
I have a mustache now.
Now you got a mustache. You know,
Me? I'm the same.
yeah,
I'm
Alex looks
basically
pretty
the
much
same.
exactly the
He's
same.
reliable.
Mine is the
Reliable
absolute.
Lou.
I'm like the pitch you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Right, you're the base hit.
Yeah.
You're the
Hey,
Base hit.
getting on base, that's hard.
This town is built on base hits. I
Yeah.
got nothing wrong with a base hit.
You're
But
the
I-
needle
man, do I
going into
respect
your
the
mother's
swing.
ex's dick.
Yeah.
I walked in on half of that sentence.
I also walked in.
I'm just
half
still
of that
thinking
sentence.
about the needle. The needle.
It's ridiculous.
circumcision.
I've
The
tried to
blood.
forget about it, but it's absolutely
It's
ridiculous.
still in my head.
For
needle in
I
a
haven't
dick
eaten.
stack.
For sure, your dad went to some like back alley.
It
and they
wasn't
were
my
like,
dad.
you're
It
like,
wasn't my
"No,
dad.
it's
It
a
was my
sin."
mom's. No, it was my mom's
Baruch
husband
atah
before my
Adonai
dad.
Elohim Malik,
Your
stab your
mom's
dick.
step.
My dad is very Jewish,
Your
but he's an
mom's
atheist.
well, so who is it? Who did this?
My mom's husband before my father.
Your mom's husband before your father went into some back alley, and some creepy guy was like, "Oh, you want to be Jewish? That's the how you get Jewish. You gotta let me poke your dick with my
Dick
needle."
needs to bleed just a little bit.
That's exactly.
100% a scam. But we're not here to talk about that. We're
Look,
here to talk about M. Night Shyamalan.
Anyway, back to M. Night Shyamalan. So where did he grow up?
He's heard of the dick
yeah,
poke.
but he's not a Jew.
0% chance. Who is
Not
this?
a Jew.
I'm gonna just. I would like to.
Oh
look this up.
wow,
God,
it's current.
No, this is the problem with these things. Maybe it happened to one person, just one fucked up
Why don't we
rabbi,
call my
and
mom?
now- yeah, let's call Donna.
Let's call Donna.
Call Donna S. Lewis Mobile.
I didn't know I was going to have to answer for my
Really
criticism.
not focus on M. Night Shyamalan, but I'm having a fun time. I think the audience is on board too. I think
the
we all
audience-
want to know if this dick
Yes.
puncturing is
All right.
real.
Yes.
Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Sure can.
Sure can.
You have to ask for her consent. We're in California.
That's fine.
It's a two-party consent state for recording.
It is.
Now you go to Arizona.
Yeah.
Fucking, you can call anyone you want recorded. It's
You
fun.
fucking
Wow.
run your own undercover operation.
Yeah. Hot tip. Hot tip for production people.
Oh, he's got
No
the cord.
fucking way.
Let's
That's what I'm talking
go.
about.
What if she doesn't answer?
She will. I'll get her.
You've reached my cell phone.
Oh.
It's cute voicemail though.
Just give me a second. I'll
Oh,
get her.
I wanted to hear the full voicemail.
Oh,
You
I'll
reached my cell phone.
I'm sorry.
you've reached my cell phone.
Here, let's just call that again.
This is
'cause she'll-
Donna.
Please leave a brief message. Guarantee the word brief is in there.
No, she.
She loves a long
Hold on.
voicemail.
No, now we have to hear her voicemail because
Hi,
you are
Allie.
all wrong about what it is.
Hey, Allie Lou.
This is so funny that you guys can hear the phone call.
Yeah. It's cool.
It's cool. All things comedy, production.
I'm so excited for you guys to hear
Hi,
this.
this is Donna. You've reached my cell phone. Try me again later because this phone does not take messages. Thanks. Bye.
Donna.
That's cute. That's really.
She doesn't
cute.
like to have voicemail.
That's really cute.
Donna.
Here,
I
let's
also
try.
don't like having voicemail. That's why I don't have a voicemail box even set up. You can't leave me a message.
Okay, we're going to her home phone. She must be at home with the dog.
Maybe we'll get to hear from Robert.
With the dog?
With the dog? Seemed like an interesting detail.
She
This
loves
is the
dog.
only time I've ever been with Alex, and he's called one of his parents, and they haven't immediately answered.
I know.
I know.
This
In like
is-
5
this
years
is
of
terrible.
friendship.
This is like a
Unbelievable.
suspenseful.
I'm like a little
M. Night
worried.
Shyamalan
Literally the
movie.
entire-
Oh,
Oh.
It's funny because I'm trying to think of genre, and either we're gonna go spooky or baseball.
Hi.
hi,
Donna.
Mom. You are being recorded.
Yes?
You're being recorded on my podcast, Celebrity Theme Song, right now. Hi.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Do we have your consent to record you?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
thank you.
First of all, I'd like to introduce you to my good friend Danny Jolles, who's
Hello.
here too.
Hi, Danny. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing very good. Very nice to meet you.
Now, Mom, can you?
Nice to meet you.
Now, before he asks you this question, Donna, I just want to remind you of something terrible that you know, which is that sometimes people hear things about Jewish people. They've never met a Jew before, and they hear something online or on a podcast, and all of a sudden they think this crazy thing about all Jewish people. I just want to remind you of that context before Alex asks you this question.
And I'd also like to throw in, I'd like to remind you of the context that Alex brought this up initially. This was not our doing. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and I just want to remind you that I have the right not to answer his question.
Yes,
That
you
Yes,
do.
That's 100%.
absolutely.
Then we don't love the use of that right, but we will accept
Yes.
it.
Well, we
as
will.
do
We're
have the
really-
right.
Fight for it.
We're really hoping. Yeah, we will fight for the death. Your right to do that, but Mom.
But I'm absolutely sure that my son wouldn't do anything to embarrass me.
Never, never,
Oh,
never. Of course not.
and
I mean, I don't know if it's embarrassing. It's pretty perturbing.
Mom.
pretty
That
disturbing.
sounds like Keith, and you didn't tell me Keith was also there.
That's true. I didn't get a good introduction.
so sorry. Keith
Hi,
is here
Donna.
too.
Keith is actually in a band with Alex and me. It's called Lewberger.
I do know that, but
Yeah, you didn't know I was here.
oh, look at
I'm
that.
Here.
Oh, you can hear everything, huh, Donna?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's
Should we
plugged
play a
in.
little
Yes,
song?
I'm on the phone with Lou
gotta stay
Berger, and we're
focused.
online.
This is already
live.
the first hand.
Mom, yeah, we're on a podcast. Mom, listen. Real
Okay.
quick. Your second husband, or maybe it was your first. I don't remember which one. But
Must you really?
yes. Didn't he, when he converted to marry you, didn't he need to receive a poke in the penis in front of a rabbi?
They needed to see blood.
Right. What? Is that a thing that people converting have to do, or is that what is that?
No, that's Orthodox. That's, I think, only the Orthodox do that. And I had no say in this, and it was done without me even knowing that he was doing it.
Okay.
And so, but there is some truth to this. So in the Orthodox Jewish community, you have to be re-circumcised.
No, but I think they have to see blood, and
Because he was
had
circumcised.
He was circumcised.
So why did he have to?
Right.
Where did the
Because it wasn't for Judaism. It was just
just a
because
general.
The
there's a lot of
rabbi
people
had
who do
health.
it.
a health circumcision?
No, I don't really know. I'm sure that in a conservative and, well, I don't really know about conservative, but there are other ways to convert not to be Orthodox, I guess.
Right.
And he had to do it in the ritual bath.
Wow, in the mikvah.
Oh, the bath gets full of
Yes.
the blood then?
Wow.
Very good, Hughie.
Yes. Hey, Donna, Gamar Chatima Tova. I hope you have a meaningful
Shana
day today.
Tova.
Shana Tova.
It's
So I
Yom
think
Kippur.
that's only in the Orthodox community, and I don't know why. We'd have to Google it.
Okay.
I mean,
Well-
I'm calling my Orthodox friends after this. I've never heard of this, and I'm so excited to dive deeper into this because this is wild to me.
Yeah.
Never heard of
Yes,
this practice.
yes, and I mean, for a marriage that lasted 6 months, that was quite a.
The things we do for love, huh?
You know?
I guess so.
Well,
I
Mom.
wouldn't have done it.
Thank you, Donna.
Well, thank you for being a part of the podcast,
love you.
Mom. I love you
You're
so much.
so welcome.
And if we have any more Jewish questions, we'll give you a call.
Oh yeah, I better get my book out. Bye.
Okay. Well, whatever. Anyway,
I'm stunned.
I'm offended.
This could be its own little podcast episode. Let's get into some more M. Night Shyamalan, huh?
Absolutely.
so you know none of these movies, by the way.
No, all those movies except for The Sixth Sense.
Didn't he write a
Signs.
kids movie? He wrote some. He is a writer on some famous kids movie. Stuart Little. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I saw Stuart Little.
Yeah.
I don't say Stuart Little is very characteristic of his major body of work, but you know, it's not.
Hughie saw
not.
it.
But I saw it.
He did what he had to do, which is he's done a couple of those. He'll do a couple bad things in order to get out one of his M. Night. Like there's such a M. Night Shyamalan type of movie where it's like
Yes.
everything about this is going to be original and different and weird and potentially terrible or wonderful, but it is going to be a big swing.
Okay, so we need some facts now. What's the M stand
Give me
for?
some facts.
What does the M stand for?
That's a great question. He is an Indian American filmmaker, an actor. So I will do my best to pronounce it. But it's Manoj Neliatu which is M. Night. So I think it is comes from him just making his name simpler for the American people, since he was in the 80s, growing up as a teenager. Probably was like, let's just say M. Night.
Of course.
M. Night Shyamalan. He is known for making original films.
That's right.
With contemporary supernatural plots and twist endings. He was born in India and raised in Penn Valley, Pennsylvania. The cumulative gross of his films exceeds $3 billion globally. He's a $3 billion man. Wow. This man, he makes contact with the right ball and he sends it flying.
He does.
There you go.
100%.
He made his directorial debut with Praying with Anger in 1992. But I'm just going to name off some of his hits that he has done. He did get nominations for Best Director and Best Original Screenplay for The Sixth Sense. He did The Village. He did Signs. He did The Happening. He did Last Airbender, the live action one that everyone hated.
Everyone hated, but
That was a miss.
Cool.
He did After Earth. He did Split and Glass, we talked about. He did The Visit, which I think is a tremendous, scary movie. The Visit is basically kids go stay with their grandparents, and then there's something twisty about him. I can't tell you, or else it ruins the movie. But it's a good one. It spooked me good.
One thing that's really cool about Split that I thought was like really awesome was it feels a lot. I think it actually might. Is it a Blumhouse movie?
Who's produced? I have no clue who produced.
The Visit. It might be.
No, Split.
Oh, Split.
Split, the one with the guy who was also in the X-Men movies?
Yes, James McAvoy.
Yes.
But the thing I love about it is it feels like such a stripped down M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I would argue a lot of M. Night Shyamalan movies are very stripped down. They're usually very there aren't a lot of big effects. That's what made Signs to me so incredible. Is it's an alien movie where you see an alien basically 2 times in the entire movie.
Right.
The entire time is the premise of aliens, and you wait it's an hour until that shaky. It's like how long they build that suspense of aliens coming.
No, yes, I definitely agree with you there. But I feel like Split to me is like the world feels a lot smaller than his normal movies.
Yeah, it is. It's a very compact world, and it was made by Blumhouse. So you're right.
But that was one of the things I really loved about it was it's like he sort of does these like very almost Spielberg-y horror films. It almost feels like in a sense, and then this one is
in
just
a Sixth Sense.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Keith. I'm sorry. But then you get Split, and it's a little more. It's just like a completely different direction. It felt like to me for him, which I thought was really cool, and I feel like he's done that a couple times.
I sort of felt like in Stuart Little, it was sort of a similar thing.
Trying to contribute. Stuart Little got dragged into this.
Let me just get into his early life real quick. Before he was this great director that we all know, he grew up, as we said, in Pennsylvania. He was the son of Indian parents. They were both doctors. His father was a neurologist, mother was an OBGYN. They immigrated when he was 6 weeks old, so he really didn't have much awareness of India, as a child, obviously. He attended the private Roman Catholic grammar school. Then he went to an Episcopal Episcopal high school in Pennsylvania. He felt like an outsider and remembers that teachers would say that whoever was not baptized would go to hell. And I guess he wasn't. When he was a student there, a teacher once became upset because he got the best grade and he wasn't Catholic.
Wow.
So he was, an outcast. It makes a lot of sense. He earned the New York University Merit Scholarship in 1988. Was also a National Merit Scholar. Very smart guy. Shyamalan is an alumni of the New York University Tisch School of the Arts.
That's right, boy.
Tisch in Manhattan, graduated in 1992, and while he was studying there, they adopted Knight as his second name. So it was in college. That makes sense. You get nicknames in college.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's up, Knight?
What's up, M. Night?
Yeah,
I mean, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. M. Night walks in with a 6-pack of beers.
It's tough because it's also for sure like some white frat dude just being like, "Your name's hard to say, bro. We're just gonna go with Knight.
We're gonna call you M. Night." Yeah, I mean. That's true. He had an early desire to be a filmmaker when he was given a Super 8 camera at a young age. His father obviously wanted him to follow and be a doctor, but his mother encouraged him to follow his passion.
Hell yeah.
By the time he was 17, he had made 45 home movies.
Wow.
On each DVD release of his films, beginning with The Sixth Sense, with the exception of Lady in the Water, he's included a scene from one of his childhood movies.
Wow.
Which he feels represents his first attempt at the same kind of film.
Wow.
So in all of his movies, he somehow puts a scene somewhere, probably playing on a TV in the background of an early film he did as a child that is...
I did not know that.
That's cool.
So
very cool.
That is
Sounds
cool.
like a cool
And
director.
he's
the best.
He's usually an actor in his movies, right?
So that has grown over time.
Okay.
That has grown where like his newest one, Old, or which I think
Yeah,
it's called
Old.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it
he
yet.
is like a lead.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I believe so.
Oh, wow.
Did you do the one where they're on the beach and you see the
That's
bone and the skin?
That's old.
That's old. Okay.
Yeah, I got to see that.
Big swing.
It looks great. That is a big swing.
It's supposed to not be very good, but a big
Oh.
swing,
Big swing.
and that's what we like about him.
The trailer is horrifying.
Yeah, it's scary.
The part where that young girl turns into a pregnant woman very quickly is
Great.
very scary.
What are we thinking for this music?
I mean, he makes spooky stuff.
Yeah,
He
the
makes
obvious thing would be to
supernatural
go
stuff.
ominous.
Yes.
But maybe we play a spooky song with a baseball organ.
And I think there's but also there's a little bit of a twist at the end. So whatever genre you go with, I feel like it has to switch genres.
Right
Great
there,
opportunity for a Picardy third.
A classic.
And I
Good old
wish I
picture.
knew what that meant.
That's when you go from minor to major.
Oh, it's a
It's-
great opportunity for a Picardy third.
Maybe we'll try to do the bass so that they can hear the homage to baseball. Nope.
Our brains switched into like, how is this musically going to
Oh, here we
work?
go,
And I've
here we
switched
go.
into lyrics over here, so
Those on the pod probably caught it though.
yeah, I think they liked it. Sometimes it's nice to hear it twice.
Hey, they've go. Hey, he stuck with it.
There you go. Oh. I like this. It's like swinging for the M. What do you got there?
I'm trying to. I really liked your impassioned speech at the beginning. Gave me so many lyrical ideas I want to stick to. So let's go with like, everyone in Hollywood makes a safe bet, throwing a pitch in the room that anybody can hit, but one guy does it better and also sometimes worse. That's as far as I've gotten.
Oh, I love
C
that.
minor.
I mean, that's a phenomenal start.
Well, it's just your words, just reorganized.
But
so.
you said them better.
Well. Okay, well, I got the chorus, which was pretty dope. Or at least the pickup. So, like, the second bit is, he swings for the fences every fucking time. And as that is said, you have the whisper, M. Night Shyamalan. So, like, swings for the fences every fucking M. Night Shyamalan. $3 billion man turns the plot on a dime. M. Night Shyamalan.
Ooh, I can join in on that part.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a Danny part right there. But I want to sing this now. Now I feel like
Yeah.
I didn't realize I'd be so much a part of the.
I mean, you literally, you said he swings to the fences every fucking time, and it just has so much passion in it that to me, it's like, that's where you pick up into the song, right? So we're going to have this song beginning with talking about everyone makes a safe bet, nobody, no one's really doing it, but then this guy does it better, and then we sort of pick it up. And I could even see it shifting up the octave to be like, he swings for the fences every fucking time. $3 billion man turns the plot on a dime. And then the next line that I have is just trees murdering people, because you said that and made it so funny.
Trees murdering people and ladies turning pregnant or whatever.
I probably want to
really
rhyme
know.
with the word rhyme, but murdering people.
Trees killing.
What are some other plot
Trees
devices?
killing people. He was dead the whole time.
Yeah.
I tried to learn a bunch of instruments growing up as a kid. They all were struggles. The piano I recently got back into.
Really?
And, turns out I'm once again struggling with it.
How are you getting at the playing of two different movements with both hands?
That part's going to that's obviously when it gets harder.
Yeah.
Is the sack because I do one hand and I'm like killing it together tough. But I've been doing musician. And I think it's been
nice.
really it's good. It's a good little app.
Okay.
Trying to get back into it. Then I used to play the trumpet.
He's been playing some trumpet.
I'm a brass boy, but of course you can play the trumpet because you can play the horn.
That's right.
A little horn, same principle.
Yeah.
Shofar.
So yes, I played the trumpet,
Sick.
and I'm still got it.
Yeah.
Did
You have a trumpet?
Nope. But the other day I was at a friend's place. He had a trumpet, and I was like,
I tell you what, trumpet's an easy one. If you played it ever, you can pick it up and you can play
for
it.
sure. You do
Yeah.
2 seconds. It was like literally the 2 seconds. I just like look at it, and I do like a little like.
Yep. Uh-huh.
right
yep.
there.
Yep. I recently bought a trumpet because I play French horn. I learned trombone. I can play euphonium. And I was like, I should just have a trumpet because it's the easiest one.
It is the
and it is the easiest one.
Oh, by far.
So it's,
I remember always looking at like, particularly French horn, and like all that. I was like, there's so many things happening there. There's so much happening.
it's tough. Trumpets.
Trumpet's all the mouth.
Yeah, it is.
Keep that mouth moving.
Okay, so let me just run through some lyrics. We have, everyone in Hollywood makes a safe bet, throwing a pitch in the room that anybody can hit. But one guy does it better, and also sometimes worst. The best in Hollywood. Okay, let's get to the verse. And then we get, he swings for the fences every fucking time. M. Night Shyamalan. $3 billion man turns the plot on a... M. Night Shyamalan. Trees killing people. He was dead the whole time. Only does originals. M. Night Shyamalan. Something like that.
Only does originals.
And Stuart.
Yeah, something with and CGI.
Stuart Little, he did not. All he did was a rewrite.
It's too late, bro.
Guarantee you, it's
Just
all-
like the.
You guys are both shitting on Stuart Little. I like Stuart Little.
No. I'm trying to show because
And I love
I'm so
Michael.
proud of him.
I love Michael J. Fox, so that is sort of a bias for me, I guess.
What am I going to call Stuart Little as a movie? What am I going to call
You're
it?
going to call it a basic pitch.
It's a contact swing.
Yeah. Or
We're making
I
contact.
called it a basic pitch.
Which
and
was
you go-
fine. Your heart was in the right place,
Yeah.
and I can get that.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Everyone in Hollywood makes a safe bet, throwing a pitch in the room that anybody can hit. But one guy does it better and also sometimes worse. The best in Hollywood. Okay, let's get to the verse. He swings for the fences every fucking time. $3 billion man turns the plot on a dime. Trees killing people, he was dead the whole time. Only does originals. M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. Like a dick that needs to spill blood. Some people find his movies unbelievable. As far as I've gotten. That was such a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Unfortunately, it's a part of his theme song.
Gotta be in there.
It's half the podcast has been about that, and I am so excited to call my Orthodox friends after this and be like, guys, I heard a rumor, and you gotta tell me it's wrong.
So these in the text, because I feel like we have it.
That might be the song.
So basically we're hitting that. First thing, we're going to the bigger verse, which is really almost more like a pre-chorus and chorus combined. I think we sort of sing M. Night Shyamalan 3 or 4 times. And
Wait a minute. We're missing one thing from these lyrics.
What are we missing?
The twist.
Yes, at the end. Well, I right now I was going to say that perhaps the twist is just a musical twist, and the last M. Night Shyamalan, we just make something that's more bridge-esque to end on.
What if it's 2 M. Night Shyamalans and then the third one is Stuart Little? And then it closes really funny.
There's the twist.
Bap, 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 bap.
Yep.
Yep.
You never said that.
And
one
can
coming.
you throw your shofar noise in as well, please?
Yes.
Great.
Happy to do that.
Then the last I wrote, like a dick that needs to spill blood. Some people find his movies unbelievable. Some movies need a trim. You gotta cut it down, even though it may be unorthodox.
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to make a little editing joke.
I mean, it's a great joke.
It's simple. It doesn't really apply to him. I would say though, a lot of people think his movies are too long and could be cut down.
And I would argue with
You
this.
would argue not, but
I would argue on the ones that are great. Not at all.
Right.
The one again, he will miss, and
Yeah.
and when he misses, like no one's here to defend those movies.
he's a guy who misses and the bat flies into the crowd.
Yes, he's that level. He's swinging. He is, and this is a reference nobody in this room will get, but he is an Adam Dunn level career.
You're right. A behemoth director.
Yes.
And I think it shows that you're good at what you do if you have so many people who like and don't like what you make, and yet everyone still sees the movies.
Yes.
I have seen many, and I've seen movies with people who are like, I never like M. Night Shyamalan movies, and yet they're there with me to go see it at the theater because it's always worth watching, even if it isn't quote unquote good.
And that is what makes him the best, is that even the ones that are terrible, you still are like, for what it's worth, that was cool. Like Old, I have not seen yet. I have heard it's not good. But I'll tell you right now, cool premise.
It's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how they solve it. It's probably magic, which is usually the weakest of his moves.
Typically it's magic.
Typically there's a little bit of magic involved, which tend to be the ones that upset me the most.
But The Visit That one's fucking wild because it's not magic.
And I also think Unbreakable's ending is maybe the greatest twist.
I haven't seen that one in so long.
That Samuel L. Jackson is a bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, come on.
Oh, well, no, I'm never going to see it.
Come on.
They call me. That'd be good.
Keith, can I hear
you
the
don't know
chorus
that.
one more time from you?
Could be a twist. I honestly don't know what the chorus is.
He swings for the
Oh, yeah.
fences.
3.
He swings for the fences every fucking time. $3 billion man turns the plot on a dime. Trees killing people, he was there the whole time. Only does originals. M. Night Shyamalan.
Cool. I'll join you there.
M. Night Shyamalan. And I don't know how long we need to go before we start singing about the dick that's bleeding, but I was just feeling it each time. That sounded great, though.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
1, 2.
I'm going to let you vamp one round, so. Everyone in Hollywood makes a safe bet, throwing a pitch in the room that anybody can hit, but one guy does it better and also sometimes worse. The best in Hollywood, okay, let's get to the verse. He swings for the fences every fucking time. $3 million man turns the plot on a dime. Trees killing people, he was dead the whole time. He only does originals. M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. Like a dick that needs to spill blood. Some people find his movies unbelievable. Some movies need a trim, you gotta cut it down. Even though it may be unorthodox. M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan.
Stuart Little.
I mean,
That was a pretty good
Pretty
take.
good.
That was a pretty good.
Perfect.
Should we do one more just for, safekeeping? Just
yeah,
for young
I can
power?
get that. The $3 billion man is a pickup. $3 billion.
Copy that.
I'm sorry, I'm leading that and I fucked it up.
That's
so.
okay.
That was great. That was great. Awesome.
Right. I'm gonna start singing right on the top of it though. On this one.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Everyone in Hollywood makes a safe bet, throwing a pitch in the room that anyone can get, but one guy does it better and also sometimes worse. The best in Hollywood. Okay, let's get to the verse. He swings for the fences every fucking time. $3 billion man turns the plot on a dime. Trees killing people, he was dead the whole time. He only does originals. M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. Like a dick that needs to spill blood. Some people find his movies unbelievable. Some movies need a trim, you gotta cut it down. Even though it may be unorthodox. M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan.
Stuart Little.
All right. I think we did it.
Happy Yom Kippur, everyone.
Oh my gosh, this was such a treat. It's time for Celebrity Theme Song. Writing songs about celebrities. It's time for Celebrity Theme Song. Come along. Writing songs about celebrities. Celebrities. Thanks so much. much for joining us today. Can you remind everyone else of what they should watch and where they should follow you?
Yes, I got 3 things. Please watch the biggest one is I made a special and I had the ability to put it on a bunch of other places, and I decided to put it on YouTube for free. I'll never make money, so if you were willing to watch
you know what?
it,
You wouldn't have made money anywhere else.
You made the right choice. Take it from us.
we talked about this beforehand.
More important
Sure
that people
did.
see it.
Yep, and so we are. So please go watch it. It's on YouTube for free, called 6 Parts. Also follow me on social media. This business.
How do they find you on social media?
I would love to tell you.
How do you spell your name?
I always love to tell you. It's at Danny, which is standard, and then Jolles, Jolles. And remember, this industry is broken, so it really helps if you follow us. It is truly the best thing you can do for us. And the third and final thing, and get ready, folks, because it's another sports reference. Stand-up comedy is a lot like hockey. It is great on TV, but it's just a different experience live. Don't worry about seeing me. Don't worry about seeing anybody in particular. Just go and see live stand-up comedy. It's the best art form on the planet. You'll be hooked immediately.
If you have the option, though, come see us. Lewberger, Lewberger. I'm Hughie Stonefish. That's Alex Lewis. That's Keith Habersberger. That's Danny Jolles.
Yeah, it's so great. And you're right. Everyone, go support arts. You know, it's getting to be where you can do it safely. Be vaccinated. Do all the smart stuff. Go support some artists near you, wherever you live. They'll enjoy it. And thanks for joining us today. And we'll see you next time. Hot.
I mean.